cryptocurrency market is tumbling a little bit. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing with you where I do think Bitcoin could have a nice rebound. Is the correction is over? Are we going to see a pump from here? What about Ethereum? I'm going to discuss Solana, Ethereum, altcoins, altcoin season, the stock market. So stay with me until the end, guys. Very important video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I post a video every single day. And if you want to have quality within your trade, if you want to trade with an amazing non-KYC exchange, guys, I recommend you Bluefin, one of the best. I use it for all of my trades. If you want to join, guys, link in the description. We do so many bonuses every single month to get cashback bonus, free money to trade the best as you can. But right now, guys, BTC 113,800. It doesn't want to get better. It looks like it's about to really lose strength. And I'm going to show you short-term and long-term what you need to look for. As I told you so many times, BTC, when it was around 120,000 to 121,000, I kept saying that's it looked weak. We probably could have gone down to 112,000. People would not believe me, and that's where we are. And today, that's what you're going to take into consideration, and it's going to be very important. BTC went down to, and I'm going to show you on the daily chart, went down to roughly 112,000, had a rebound, and now is going down again. And why is that? Well, if you look things as an investor, as a newbie trader who never traded before, you might think, oh, because of the tariffs, because of the Fed, because of all of that. But if you look things in a perspective, for example, like a professional trader, like we are, for example, I'm going to show you an example here on Ethereum, where everybody's thinking why Ethereum went up to $3,735 and then it dropped down again. The answer is very clear. So, for example, I'm going to show you from this point. I'm going to go and open my VIP group, guys, my Discord group. You can see I'm going to go on trading results. This is one of my trading calls on Ethereum. Day trade, you can see resistance zone with my call in between 3680 to 3750 and closing around 37%. Why yesterday we dumped again? Well, very simple. If you actually look at, for example, this chart on CoinGlass called Super Chart, you can see this very important metric called CVD candles or aggregated spot cumulative delta. So whenever this one goes to the downside, like in this case here with Ethereum, you can see that Ethereum price was going higher, and you can see from here that this chart here is going higher as well, and this chart here is basically going down. So what I'm doing right now from this point here, basically, they already opened short positions. They were trying to cover the short rally. They pumped the price up to make everybody believe we're going to go higher again. But at the same time, they were selling spot. And when the time is right, boom, they're dumping down again. So that's the way that you have to go and trade the markets if you want to be profitable. Long term and short term doesn't matter. So that's why, guys, if you want to learn, what you can do, first of all, you can come on our VIP group. We have all of this. We really have trading calls. If you're a long term trader, short term trader, we have a link as well, guys, in the description with trailer and also our trading results. Everything is documented. But also, I'm launching a new course, guys, with the yearly membership. It's going to be a course on. For those of you like, a newbie, intermediate, advanced on order flow, on a TA, on macro, anything that you need to know as an investor, as a trader, short term, long term. So if you are interested in this, guys, please send me a comment below. I'm interested in the course as well, and I can give you some information. It's going to be important, guys. This is going to be a revolution of trading courses to really bring you to the next level when it comes to crypto. But right now, the point of the situation, I'm going to be very quick today so you understand very well what to do. So Bitcoin right now is sitting at this very important level of support. You can see that we are basically hovering around this diagonal support, sitting right now at around $112,000 to $113,000. Now, what is going to be happening? If we're going to go and close on the daily chart below around 112,000, so let's say around 111,000, then we're going to be at risk of a really big, I would say, more meaningful correction. If I'm going to go and zoom out a little bit, you can see that I'm basically thinking that we could be in a channel, and if this channel is going to break to the downside, then we're going to see probably more downside to come. Are we going to go down to 108, 105, 100,000? Well, guys, with the VIP, we already wrote everything, all the levels we're basically considering, and also we have the amount of altcoins, all the type of altcoins we already selected what we're gonna buy in spot for the next leg up. But then what I'm expecting, right, is that once we're gonna be finishing this August core, September, Rectember, I don't know how you want to call it, where everybody's gonna call after for a bear market. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen if this scenario occurs. Then I will be thinking that we could be in for our final fifth wave, which, as you already know, I'm thinking around Bitcoin going in between 135 to $145,000. But what could be the catalyst of this to happen? Why we should be seeing a drop and then we're going to see an explosion to the upside? Well, the reason for the drop is going to be something maybe in relation to tariffs, maybe in relation to the Fed. I'm still not sure what is going to be the catalyst that could be making this to go down, which it might not happen. We might go up from here to 150,000. I don't know. Macro, I'm very bullish, but you also need to take in consideration as well this kind of scenario. So, but the scenario that I'm actually thinking as a catalyst for our fifth and final wave is going to be the following. I'm going to show you what I think about it. The Federal Reserve, okay, they are saying that they are data dependent, and they might cut interest rates in September and blah, blah, blah. Guys, inflation is at 1.74%. So basically, we have no inflation in the United States. Crypto is going to go ballistic if the Fed is going to hint of rate cuts. Doesn't necessarily mean that we have to have rate cuts straight away. We need just a hint of them to say, oh, we are considering to have a rate cut. Then the market is, of course, going to move forward because markets always move in anticipation. And then what we could be seeing is going to be a more risk on environment. And I'm going to show you something which is actually very important is that if you actually take into consideration this chart here called the US 10-year Treasury yield, pay attention to this chart. In general, is when the money flows into safe risk off environment. Whenever you see this one climbing higher, the yield climbing higher, basically meaning that investors are parking their money into safe long-term return for 10 years, getting 4.2 to 4.3%. But if the yield is going to go down, okay, but they're going to have a lower yield, it means that the money have been transferred from government bonds into risk assets. And then you can see from this point, right, very similar to BTC, on the daily, we are really getting at the very late stage where this US at 10 years, it will have to make a decision to go down, potentially down to this point, to probably form a beautiful, flag or channel. I don't know how you want to call it. And mark my words, if this US 10-year treasury yield is going to go down from this point, is going to be basically, I'm not going to say guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in life, but I will say very, very likely the Fed is going to cut rates. So if the market is going to see something like that, stock market, we could be seeing really a strong impulse to the upside. That's going to be the expectation. So monitor this is going to be very important. Now, next one that you got to take into consideration that is making me, I'm trying to making you think a little bit more outside the box, is my chart about the USDT dominance. Okay, so thinking about it, are we going to go and see a fuckery of BTC until maybe August, September? And is this chart over here, guys, the USDT dominance, what is actually quite incredible. And I really want to show you, I designed this chart myself. Okay, so if you see somewhere else about this, they definitely copy from me because this chart here of this fractal doesn't exist. Okay, so you can see from this point, right, that we went in 2021, we went down from here, okay, and then we started to go up again. Right now, we are basically reaching this area. And if you look at the fractal, what's happening right now, guys, we are following exactly the point here. And what I'm trying to say is that if we're going to continue to follow this fractal, then USDT is going to go up again, okay, to like 6%. Okay. First of all, it's not going to be good for for crypto. I mean, everybody could, think about that. But also, you can see that this pattern fractal that goes up to here goes until the end of September. So I'm thinking, is this like are we going to see something like that? For example, pump up to here as per fractal and then a drop maybe even down to this point where we're going to see our final leg up in from October until November, because guys, the cycle could be finishing soon. So take that into consideration. Also, that's another chart which I love as well, about the crypto total market cap going potentially in between 4.5 $5 trillion. That's what it could be seen. Now, next one I want to show you, that's we always talk about Ethereum ETH. Again, very strong level of resistance from here. Again, if you want to understand how to trade these markets, guys, when to buy, when to sell, if you don't have these things in your hands, you're basically going blind, completely blind. Okay, I understand people like support and resistance and RSI and all that, but guys, if you don't understand this, very unlikely, you're gonna get the right trades. Now, Ethereum, macro wise, I can't say anything. It looks great. Like, it looks very good, lots of strength, even compared to BTC. But at the same time, we need to be mindful that we pumped like crazy. So what I could be thinking with ETH shorter term, just to give you an idea, what I could be seeing right now, we have a beautiful level of support around this diagonal here. Okay, diagonal support. You come from this point. You can see as well that if I'm gonna go and open specific charts, like for example, I'm gonna give an example here, like order books. We can go on ETH, US. Yeah, USD is fine. In general, it's more like USDT, but ETH. No, can't see anything here. Great. Let's just changing from here. USDT. I'm gonna go on Binance and show you what's happening right now. You can see there are many orders, okay, like very fat, thick bids coming even down like as 3,000, 2,800, right? The thing is, market makers, what they do, they put all these orders, take them out, so they just play the game a lot, from here. But then, of course, utilizing these tools, you can understand when they're actually buying or selling. And I can tell you, to show you this is not good. Anyway, let's go back into ETH. And what actually the orders are showing is that there are massive bids of orders coming at this point here, around in between 2,100, 3,100. So I wouldn't be surprised, and they actually would be very healthy to see ETH to go down, maybe retest this area. Maybe not now. Maybe it will take 4 weeks to do that, but gonna go down to this area, then grab all this liquidity, fill these fucking bastards order books from the financial cartel, and then what they can do, they can pump it up. Okay, because it's always important for them to go and basically load up, their bags and push things higher. As well as Solana. Solana is another example of, you can see from this point, right, that we are very, very close to get from like 145, 140. It could be even the case we're going to see even lower, like, something like that. And then finally, we're going to see a rebound, or even lower, go down to here. And then we're going to see finally the explosion. But as I said before, Solana compared to Ethereum, I don't really like it. And to be honest, what I could be thinking is that now market makers really want to push with Ethereum. So they're probably going to give some space to Ethereum first, and then they're probably going to go back into meme coins and Solana. Because right now, from here, guys, I mean, if you tell me, oh, this is like a beautiful chart, I mean, I don't know if you're blind or not, because to me, it almost looks like I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but almost looks like a bear flag, to be honest. And it could be happening. So, like I always say, I'm 55% invested, guys, 45% in cash for this kind of reasons. Okay. So, is it going to go down to Solana? Is it going to go down to $77, $80? It could be happening. Even in this cycle, it could be happening. Okay. I know I'm here to destroy your dreams. Is it likely that it's going to be happening? No. Of course, it's not going to be likely it's going to be happening that. But at the same time, if we lose, let's say, 140, 130, 140, I will probably start to feel a little bit concerned. So something to take into consideration. It's gonna go down to here, guys. I'm gonna load up like crazy because I'm really thinking that when the Fed will come with these bullshit rate cuts, we're gonna see really strong pumps, really, really strong pumps. And right now, I don't think we haven't seen anything. So I see lots of people now very skeptical about our season, altcoins. To be honest, I'm the opposite. I really don't believe that the financial cartel is gonna just you know close their eyes and say, oh, guys, this time we're not gonna go and pump altcoins, because we don't want to make retailers making money, guys. Come on, they want to make themselves rich. And even like from this chart, guys, total free to me looks like a could be like a cup and handle, easy cup and handle. Now we're forming the handle. um it could be an inverted head and shoulder. Come on, like if you tell me that this doesn't look bullish to you, I don't know what is bullish, to be honest. And for example, that's another thing you're going to take into consideration. Total free, where are we going? So if Bitcoin is going to go down, let's say to the low, like 100,000, then what I could be seeing from total free, so from altcoins, maybe it's going to be a retracement down to maybe the 800, probably down to this area, and then from here is going to be an explosion. And guys, as always, with the VIP, we write everything. Like for example, on spot trading, altcoin trading, we have every possible entry from here. So of course, if you're interested, come and join us. Very important. But right now, guys, let's see from like a altcoins point of view. That's what I think I'm gonna probably load up again. Is gonna be around this area. Otherwise, if it doesn't go there, if from here now we're gonna go and explode to the upside because of whatever reason, I'm super happy. I'm already invested. So, but if it goes down to there, yeah, happy days. So very important, right? That you got to take into consideration as well is that okay, total free, bit of a drop, then it's gonna go higher. Another reason why I could be seeing, I would say, crypto and also risk asset the stock market to go a little bit lower right now. It's also because of this. DXY, guys, dollar currency index, multi-week level of support. They could be trying like one more up movement, causing some correction with the stock market and crypto and all of that. But then they're probably going to push it down again, especially if the Fed is going to cut interest rates. So again, maybe some short-term weakness coming up. Another reason why I could be seeing some weakness as well is that right now BTC dominance, like, is trying to go and reclaim its first area. You can see that we had a really big breakout, and right now what usually happens is that you see a first breakout to the downside, then you see like we call like ABC corrections. You have A, you see a B, and then you see a C. So maybe we could be like in phase B right now, money flowing into Bitcoin compared to other altcoins losing value, and then we could maybe see like a C pattern going down maybe to 55, 56%, where altcoins, of course, are going to perform very well. Another thing which also is making me thinking like a little bit that this correction might not be over. It's about the stock market. So as I said before, in general, what happens is whenever there is a correction, the more risky assets, like for example altcoins, tend to go down straight away compared to BTC, compared to S&P 500. So right now we had altcoins correcting a lot, then Bitcoin now is starting to correct a little bit, and now we have the S&P 500 still there, but looks like it's about to correct. Why? Because we have a huge bearish engulfing candle from here. In general, a bearish candle, like an engulfing candle, is followed by downside. For example, this case here, blue one covering white, this one over here, blue covering white, blue covering white, blue covering white, right? So I'm not thinking we're gonna go down like like crazy, but again, as I told you so many times, this bloody S&P was going too high. We had to have a correction. We just went up. We had so many CME gaps right now here. So the problem is, if we're gonna go down from this point, right, and we're gonna go, let's say, down to here or even down to here, guys, crypto is gonna suffer. It's gonna really suffer from this because, of course, they tend to move together. Okay, so sometimes there is like they don't really correlate, but most of the time they move together. So if Bitcoin dominance is going to go back to 63%, 64%, stock market is going to go down, let's say in the next week or two, then I could be expecting altcoins and BTC to go down as well. So what's gonna be my plan? Well, once I see people like him, I'll show you because it's just too much fun. But if I'm gonna go, for example, and go into X, and I see one of my favorite traders, guys, what's his name? Car from the Moon. Okay, so once I'm gonna see him saying that, see, the legendary pump is coming back soon, hold, you will be rich and all that. When I start to see him talking about a bear market, then I'm probably going to understand that we're close to the end of this correction. But otherwise, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video today. Full of information, I know, but of course, if you want as well, as I said before, guidance in regards to, for example, like report every single day about day trading, long-term trading like this, with every possible pair, Solana with like entry points for short, for longs, every single day, crypto trading ideas every day for Aptos, those like 2 or 3 a day. We have also spot trading section, all the spot trading. We have also altcoins long term. We have also stocks. Many professional traders. You want to really have trading calls. Anything you can think of, guys. Education as well. Come and join the VIP, and then you can start really to learn well and make money into this world. But otherwise, I wish you a fantastic rest of the day, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for another video. Take care and see you soon.